So now we are going to implement the feature of real-time notifications. This was a feature requested by one of the students. So if you also have any requests regarding any features or if you have any questions, you can message me on Udemy or you can ask me on Udemy Q&A section or you can DM me on Instagram. I will leave the link on the screen. So let's begin implementing the feature. So for having real-time notifications, first of all, you will have to move all the Axios requests to sockets. So by that I mean is, right now, when we are lagging in the post, if I go to the card post component, when we are lagging in the post on this on click right here, we have the like post function. And if we click on this is Axios request, which we are making on our API routes. So to have real-time notifications, you will have to move this functionality to sockets. So we will move this functionality to sockets in this video. And in the next video, we will start working on real-time notifications. Now back to our home page. Here we are connecting to the socket inside our use effect. So we are checking if not socket.current, we are connecting it to our server. And in return, we are saving its value inside socket.current. And it is a ref. So we are using socket.current property. Now we are going to pass this socket ref inside our card post component. So here, socket, and now inside the card post component, let's receive it inside the props. So now on the icon, on which we have the on click, this one right here, I'm going to wrap it inside curly brackets. We're going to write some more code here. So here I'm going to check if socket.current, else we are going to call this function. So by doing this, we have both the functionalities. If socket is not there, we are going to move to this API route functionality. So if for any reason socket is not connected to the server, that will not break your app. You will still have the functionality to like the post. So now inside if socket.current, what we're going to do is emit an event from here to like the post. So socket.current.emit. I'm going to emit the event like post. So now inside the second argument, we can send some data to the server. So we're going to send the post ID. So the post which is to be liked. And we are going to send in the user ID. So the user who wants to like this post, it is going to be inside a user state. And then we are going to send in a boolean like. So again, if isLiked is equals to true, that means the user wants to unlike the post. We're going to send in the false, otherwise true. So again, if you do not know what I'm doing here, please watch the previous videos first. I'm going to explain just a little bit here. So isLiked is a boolean which we created right here to check if we have already liked this post. So if isLiked is equals to true, that means the user has already liked the post. And now if the user clicks on this icon, that means he wants to unlike the post. Otherwise, that means he wants to like the post. So we are sending if isLiked equals to true, then we are going to send in false value. That means the user wants to unlike the picture now. Otherwise, we are going to send true to the server. So now we are going to receive this event on our server. So I'm going to copy its name, and on our server.js, after we have made the connection, after the join event, I'm going to listen for this event, socket.on like post. And inside a function, we are going to receive post ID. We are going to receive the user ID, and we are going to receive the like boolean. Let's make it an async function. So now to actually like or unlike the post, I'm going to create a new file inside a util server, like or unlike post.js. Now inside this file, first of all, we're going to import some things. So const user model, models and user model. We're also going to need the post model. And also we're going to import our functions for notifications. So const require util server and notification actions. We are going to read the like, new like notification and remove like notification. So again, we are liking and unliking the post. We also need to add that inside the notifications array. So from here, we're going to export a function const like or unlike post, async function, and we're going to receive the post ID, user ID, and the like boolean. And let's export this. So module.exports. And let's add a try catch block here. So if there is any error, I'm just going to return an error object with the server error. So inside the try block, first of all, I'm going to find the post. So const post model dot find by ID, post ID. So we're going to check if no post, return an object error, no post found, and let's add some space here. So after this check, after the post has been found, we're going to check if like, that means the user wants to like the post. So now if like is equals to true, now we're going to check if the user has not already liked the post before. So const is liked, post dot likes dot filter like, and like dot user dot toString is equals to user ID dot length is greater than 0. So all we are doing is checking if the user has already liked the post before. So now isLiked is a boolean. So we're going to check if isLiked is equals to true. That means the post has been liked before. Return error post liked before. So now after this check, we're going to add the like inside the likes array. So wait post dot likes dot unshift an object, and if I open the post model, likes is an array, and inside that array there is an object with the user property. So this is all we are doing. Post dot likes dot unshift, we are adding an object here with the key is going to be user and the value is going to be user ID. And after this, await post dot save. So let's give it some space here. So now after the post has been saved, again we were doing on our API routes, we are going to add the notification. So we're going to check if post dot user dot toString not equals to user ID. We are going to call the function await new like notification, pass in the parameters user ID, post ID, and the user to notify ID is going to be post dot user dot toString. So we are checking here if post dot user dot toString not equals to user ID. So if you're liking your own post, we do not want to send the notification to ourselves. So that's why we're checking if it is not equals to user ID, only then we're going to send the notification. So this all code is for the case when the like is equals to true. That means the user wants to like the picture. Now we're going to add an else block here. So now in the else block, if like is equals to not true, that means the user wants to unlike the picture. I'm going to copy this boolean and let's paste it. So now in this case, we are going to check if its length is equals to 0. So now we are checking if the post has not been liked before. If the user is trying to unlike the post and if he has not liked the post before, we are not going to allow that. So we are going to return an error from here. If is liked, return error post not liked before. So after this, if the user wants to unlike the picture, we are going to remove the like from the likes array. So we're going to find its index. So const index of post dot likes dot map like dot user dot toString. And again, I'm adding the toString here because the user, its type is object ID. And now we're going to chain on the method index of user ID. And this will give us the index of the user ID inside the likes array. So we're going to splice it out. So wait post dot likes dot splice. Start number is going to be index of, and we are going to delete one item, and then await post dot save. And now we're going to call the function remove like notification. So I'm going to copy this We will change the function name. Again, we are checking if post.user.toString not equals to user ID. We are going to call remove like notification. The parameters are the same: user ID, post ID, and user to notify ID. So after all of this is done, in the else block, after the else block, notice I am inside the trial block, but outside the if else check. We are going to return success is equals to true. So this basically means that everything was done successfully. Whether the post was liked or unliked, it has been done. So now let's import this function inside a server.js. Const, let's add some space here, util server and like or unlike post. So now on this event, we are listening for like post. We are going to wait like or unlike post, pass in the post ID, user ID, and the like boolean. And we are returning two values from here, const success or error. So if success is equals to true, we are going to emit an event from here, socket.emit post liked. And we are not going to send any data. So now we're going to listen for this event on our front end. I'm going to copy its name, and inside our card post component, inside our if check, if socket.current, after we are emitting the like post event, I'm going to listen for this event. So socket.current.on post liked, and inside the callback, we are going to check if is liked is equals to true. That means the post was liked before. We are going to remove the like from the likes array. So set likes previous dot filter like and like dot user not equals to user dot underscore id. So again, this is the same code which we wrote inside the like post component, like post function. If I open this, here we are checking if like is equal to true. We are adding a like inside the likes array. Else, if it is not like, we are filtering out the like from the likes array. And we're going to add an else block here. Else we are going to add the like inside the likes array. So set likes previous, spread the previous user, and we're going to add the user dot underscore id. So again, if is liked is equal to true, that means the post was liked before and the user wants to unlike this. So we are removing the like from the likes array. Else, that means the user wants to like the post. We are adding the like inside the likes array. So now if I go to the localhost server and let's log in. And if I like the post, now we are using sockets for this. And if I unlike this post, it is working. So now in the next video, we are going to start working on real-time notifications.